Providing a consistent national experience, LawNow Plus provides Australian lawyers access to the full text of acts, regulations and rules from all 9 jurisdictions from a central point. With current historical and repealed coverage, as well as helpful warnings about upcoming bills and amendments, you will always know what the law is, was and will be. Intuitive features like defined terms, browse pages and endnotes allow you to efficiently track down specific answers to specific questions. And features in our Legislation Citator help guide you to expert commentary to help you confidently apply and interpret the law. LawNow Plus is constantly evolving with smart new features like the graphical filters and AI-powered cross-jurisdiction analysis. Let's take a closer look.
Legislation is presented on Lexis Advance in LawNow and can be surfaced easily using the red search box, advanced search forms, or the quick find pod. If we know the exact section we are looking for, we can use the quick find pod to surface this quickly. The results take us to the legislation itself, and on the right-hand side of each section, we have a link to the Legislation Citator. LawNow Plus Legislation Citator links you to relevant secondary materials, cases referring to the provision of legislation, and enables you to see historical and pending developments, including bills and commencement date information. You can use the court and year filter in the graphical representation of consideration of provision to retrieve latest cases or to focus on decisions from selected courts or jurisdictions. The search within box above the table of cases allows you to enter terms associated with your argument or issue to narrow down. This enables you to quickly find relevant interpretation and application of the provision from case law. Using the section-level history, you can click on the relevant bill to see the text of the bill, explanatory memorandum, and second reading speech, or click out to the amending legislation to review. Here we can see our primary act listed and what the amendment was. Also available in LawNow is the Similar Provisions feature, which will show users similar or related provisions from other jurisdictions within Australia. This allows users to better understand the complete legal landscape, including risks and opportunities, and understand how different jurisdictions have chosen to handle this area. Where available, the similar provisions will sit on the right-hand side of the legislative document underneath the About This document field. View details of the top similar provisions in the pod, or select View All to see a more comprehensive list in a new screen. Using the Legislation Citator feature on similar provisions in other jurisdictions enables you to see how courts and expert commentators in other jurisdictions have interpreted this section in case there is useful precedent elsewhere. From the homepage, we can also browse legislation using our Publications pod, or by typing LawNow and your preferred jurisdiction into the red search box and selecting Browse. This provides you with currency information at a jurisdictional level, as well as multiple browse options to source the legislation required. From the instrument homepage, we have the option to review historical versions of the Act, browse the list of provisions, or access the legislative history. The legislative history provides us with commencement and assent information, laws repealed and amended by this Act, and any amendments to this Act, listed by amending legislation. You can also access the endnotes or the table of amendments to review amending legislation by section amended. Finally, we can also use the advanced search forms to help us find relevant legislation, if we know the Act name and a keyword in the provision title, or simply searching for terms or defined terms within a specific Act.